I'm a BJ's guy, not a Costco guy, so we'll
I have
wait and
both.
see. You do?
I do. I find like with kids, it's easier to, there are certain things that BJ's has and there's certain things that Costco
I
has.
would completely agree with you.
And then you save a little bit, you know, when you buy in bulk in your store.
Absolutely.
There you go.
All right.
All right, just in our state alone, did you know that there are so many kids and teens in the foster care system, and those older kids can sometimes be overlooked?
But TJ Mikalski, I hope I got that right. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Oh, good. A foster parent is trying to help. He's here now to tell us why he's so committed to the kids. Good morning. TJ, thank you so much for being with us, first of all.
Thanks for having me.
Tell me about your decision to adopt and to become a foster parent as well. And, you know, you're both an adoptive parent and a foster parent as well.
Yep.
Tell us about your decision to get involved with this, because a lot of people out there might be on the fence and they're like,
Yeah, so I run the foster care program at the Village, and so I've been doing...
Oh, you're right by my house.
Yeah. And so I've been in the field for about 34, 35 years, and so the need has always been great for parenting kids. You know, at any given moment we have probably 15 to 20 kids just in my program alone that need families.
And what are the ages of those kids?
They typically are teenagers. They're the hardest to place, as you can imagine. Teenage years scare people, I think. But if you know, at least for me, when I look back at my own teenage years and those of my children, you know, there are some challenges, but they're also really wonderful years. I mean, participating in sports and after-school activities and helping teach them, you know, life skills and just how to, you know, function is rewarding, and it's something, and you know, fun to do.
And, you know, it's also of the age where you're not changing diapers, you're not up all night necessarily, maybe for other reasons, but not, you know, around the clock because the baby it can't sleep. It's a whole different stage of parenthood. Yeah. And it's also a stage that is so instrumental as they're trying to become these young adults that we're putting out there into the world. So, you know, what was the pull and what are the positive benefits that you've seen after, you know, adopting and fostering these teens?
Right. So my adopted son's in his 40s, so...
Oh, wow.
Really? What, did you adopt him when you were 10?
No. Actually, he was 25 when I adopted him. Wow. He had been in my life since he was 9.
Really?
And so, and we had supported him. He lived with me. And then, you know, you never stop thinking about wanting to belong to a family.
Sure.
So adopted him, took my last name and everything. And he's been part of my family,
Isn't that
you know,
wonderful?
for all the holidays and everything. And we're so proud of him. He owns his own business. He's very successful, has kids of his own, you know. Love him and his wife, and then foster care brings with it so many opportunities. So we currently have a foster child. He's a teenager. He's 17, and he has so many talents and interests. He's really into photography, and he's so great at it. He's very artistic. He's musical. He taught himself the cello and the piano.
Wow. God bless him.
So he's got a lot, and I find that as a foster parent, if we show interest in them, you know, and like join them where they're at and what their interests and talents are, they're more apt to then listen to us in things that we're teaching and guiding.
Right, that support is key.
Yeah.
TJ, are the teenagers that are in foster care, have they been through the foster care process their whole lives, or they recently have become adoptable or things like that?
Yeah, no, great question. It's different for every kid. I mean, as you can imagine, every kid comes in. Some go through numerous homes, some come in you know, just because a parent is struggling with their own mental health or substance use issues and there's no other family members to care for them. And so there's lots of reasons behind that. But the one thing that they all need is they just need a family to kind of take them in, understand them, you know, not get overreactive to behaviors or things that come up, because that's true for every one of our kids.
Sure. Yeah, that's
every
very
one of my
true.
kids. And so, you know, helping them through those challenges.
What would you say to some of those families out there who, you know, they definitely would like an older child, but they're, you know, with adoption, with fostering, there's always that. What about the birth parent? Like, you know, how...
Just yesterday, we had his mom and sister, who we hadn't seen in years, to our house.
Really?
For a get-together. Because I find that that's incredibly important, and I think it reduces the struggle with any kid when you accept their family for who they are and you bring them into your world. There's no fighting, right? So I liken foster parenting to like co-parenting with us, you know, like or blended family, right?
Yeah.
They come with all the different nuances that kids that you didn't raise from birth come with. but you need to learn and support and be understanding.
Well, TJ,
Wow,
we can't
that's
thank you enough for
beautiful.
being on the show and for everything you've done for
I
the
know.
foster families here in Connecticut. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.
And
There's all the information.
there you go. 1-888-KID-HERO is what you can call, and ctfosters.com. And again, it's National Foster Care Month, so there's a huge push to find adolescents care, and that's how you can do so.
That's terrific. Thanks again, TJ.
Thank you. All right, just how fast our Connecticut drivers